Good morning, friends. It's not quite 6 a.m. This little guy doesn't make any noise when I'm filming him. He's all by himself now. My old chicken, she was over 5 years old, died about 2 days ago, so now he's all alone. He does make quite a bit of noise when we're not filming him. Let's take a look at the garden. He'll probably make some noise when we walk away. Ordered some fresh dirt. See, there he goes. That's his outdoor pen. Then he has an indoor one also. Well, let's see if we can see some interesting things in the garden this morning. Very vocal when I'm not standing next to him. As you can see from here, the sunflowers have gotten so tall, and they're almost all in bloom. Just a ray of sunshine. The Concord grapes are doing quite well. We look down here, we can see some. Good 2 more months before they're even ripe. Corn, we have an abundance of corn. We've eaten it twice and it's delicious. This corn is the blue corn. I'm very anxious to see what it's going to look like. This is also blue corn. I grew it for fun. We're finally having some success with the string beans. Looks like I'm going to be able to pick some today. There they are. Really enjoy spring fresh green beans from the garden. And these are lemon cucumbers. Lots of blooms. I've never had any success growing them, so we'll see how we do this year. Another cucumber plant. We have tomatoes and beets. And the bell pepper plants are only 2 inches tall. Very slow growing. Lots of squash over there. Those are called chocolate sunflowers. And look at the yellow ones. They're so tall. Well, there's an antique sprayer that was on the property when we bought it 20 years ago. Just a little bit of yard art. Pomegranate tree. Have quite a few of them. Very few pomegranates this year. More sunflowers. Look at that lovely one. So pretty. This giant one is for the birds now, waiting for the sunflowers. I actually spied yesterday, but of course it's closed now because the sun is not up. The okra, my first bloom of okra. They don't get much sun down here with all this corn, all these sunflowers. This is more blue corn, and look at the silk is red. Or sunflowers. There's a triple. And I have a volunteer cherry tomato plant over here that nothing's ripe on it yet, but I don't tend to it at all. And it's so very happy. It's just healthy, producing like mad, but like I said, nothing's turned red, nothing edible quite yet. Actually got some zinnias to finally grow. Something had been eating them. Ah, that crazy rooster does love to talk when I'm nowhere near him. I just love my sunflowers. Look at this triple here. So pretty. Now, I have something amazing to show you. I'm growing spaghetti squash. And it is enormous. It's all the way on the other side of the garden. But watch when we happen on it. Can you see how big it is? It's huge. It won't be ripe for a while. They have to turn white, but they're big. A few little marigolds in here, supposedly supposed to keep the bugs out. More sunflowers. The bees aren't even awake yet. It's so early. Pepper plants. Poblano pepper plant. And this cucumber plant is so amazing. I've picked cucumbers every day. I don't know that I have a big one to show you today. Let's flip around here. I know there was one that was kind of a little deformed. I was just hoping it would get a little bigger before I picked it. But it's a real happy plant. This is a totally different kind of cucumber plant. Doesn't have any cucumbers on it, but it has lots and lots of flowers. Another pepper plant. Don't recall what the name of it is, but it's planted it last year. And it kept quite well through the whole season. Made it through the winter. Some beets over there. This crazy giant spaghetti squash. But we'll come all the way over here. I planted pumpkins really, really early. Actually, lost one to a gopher. But as you can see, I have a couple turning orange already. A little early, but that's okay. It's really okay. And this, of course, again, is the basil that went to seed. And once the sun comes up, it will be loaded with bees, pollinators everywhere. What else can I show you this morning? My roses aren't quite blooming just yet. Lots more tomatoes, onions hung to dry. And this volunteer plant, I have no idea what it is. It blooms like a tomato, but I don't recognize it. Who knows what it is? We'll find out. Look at the size of those beets. Well, the beet greens. The beets themselves are not very big yet. The dog is up. Cosmos, poppies, artichokes, onions, cabbage. Oh, and we're also growing butternut squash. Let's come around here. This tomato plant has one tomato on it. It's almost ripe, but the blooms keep falling off, so don't know what I'm going to do. Chrysanthemums, a little more basil, but let's look at this butternut squash. This plant has seven or eight squash on it. It'll be a while before they're ripe. And sweet potatoes, onions, garlic. This garlic's really small. I already pulled up some really big garlic, but this garlic, really small. But that's okay. Garlic is garlic. It's good. And the peach tree with its 3 little peaches on it, doing quite well. So this is Jerry signing off. I think I'll go have another cup of tea. I hope you have enjoyed this garden tour. We have mint down here. Artichoke ready to be picked. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.